Today, I've got another amazing brand builder case study to share with you. This is Lauren Bateman, and Lauren was able to turn her passion for teaching guitar into a thriving online business that generates over $50,000 every month. Now, what's really cool about Lauren is she focused on an older audience demographic, people who are over the age of 50 and are looking to learn guitar. And she actually grew a huge audience on YouTube in particular to find those people and then move them through her sales funnel and build multiple streams of income, including online courses and a membership program. So, if you are looking to do something like this for your business, then this is a really good case study to watch right now. Because in this video, I'm going to break down how Lauren used YouTube to build her large targeted audience, her approach to creating appealing offers, and the tactics that helped her increase her revenue and efficiency in her business. Plus, at the end, I'll share today's brand builder shortcut, the key insight from Lauren's success that you can implement right away. And to create this case study today, I watched this interview here that the online course guide did, asking Lauren some really good questions and kind of learning about her journey. And then I went ahead and analyzed her sales funnel myself. And what we're going to do today is break down her success through what I call the brand builder trifecta. This is a framework that I developed after 15 years of building online brands that I've seen every brand has these three pillars: marketing, messaging, and monetization. The only difference is how well they're doing at each of those pillars. So maybe you can start to look today through this lens for your own business. And as I show you what Lauren is doing well in her marketing, messaging, and monetization, you can take some notes and figure out how to improve those three pillars in your business. And when you get all three of those pillars working for you, things are going to really start to change for your business and your brand and the impact and freedom you can have in your career. All right, first up, we have the marketing strategy. And for Lauren, she used YouTube as the primary growth engine to build her following and find her customers. Now, let's take a look at how she did that. First up, consistent content. You hear that all the time. She posts 1 to 2 videos per week. I think she's fluctuated over the years, and that could be different now, but we can look here at the consistency of her videos. And we can see here 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, 1 month. So it's, 1 to 2 per week still seems to be the norm. And that is obviously a lot of work. So you have to find a system that works for you to put out content. So when you are doing that, what type of content should you create? Well, she optimizes her content for search, researching popular topics and using relevant titles, descriptions, and tags. And the strategy here is very common. It's basically go find what's working for your competitors, what's already getting traction in your industry that people are clearly looking for answers to, and then create content in your own way around those topics. And just be sure to use similar titles and tags in your videos. So that almost guarantees that you'll start to show up in other videos. You'll be a recommended video below those. And that's really a popular strategy to get some growth on YouTube. And that's how she started growing and continues to grow today. Next up, as you've probably heard before, engaging thumbnails. This can be a lot of work. As many YouTubers will say, this is one of the most important things that you can do to get that initial click on your video. And you can see her style here is pretty simple. I like the simplicity of it. It looks like when you're like sitting down to record, you can just take a photo of yourself and then use that, cut it out and use that right there. Some simple text on the thumbnails, pretty effective, but they definitely stand out. They're on brand, which I like. Doesn't have to be that crazy in your face, just really clear what the value is in your thumbnail. Next up, authentic branding. She incorporates these personal elements like a superhero t-shirt. And within her videos, she also has what she calls a personality corner, which means in the background of her videos, she likes to put props and things that are expressive of her personality and her journey and interests in life. So people can see those in the background and kind of connect with her, or at least it raises curiosity about what she's into outside of just this one primary thing. So really cool brand building strategy there. You can try to incorporate unique things about yourself into your content to start to build a deeper connection. Next up, as I mentioned, she's very targeted and very clear about who she wants to help. And that is specifically people who are a little bit older. And that allows her to make content that just resonates more with that demographic. Now, for you, when you're thinking about who your specific target audience is, that may be a little bit tricky at the beginning if you don't want to narrow down to an age range or just a certain type of person. But over time, you'll start to see who you really resonate with. And it may not be something specific like a demographic, that may be more just where they are in their journey. And she definitely targets people who are new to guitar. And she also just niches down even further by the age range, which can be useful, but not for everybody. So you may not want to consider age range, but think about more niche down things like where they are in their journey, what skill level they're at, which can be a big differentiating factor in your own content. So if you're talking to brand new people, it'd be very different than talking to someone who is at a high level of understanding. Both can be extremely valuable. You probably have a larger audience if it's newbies, but that's only if you enjoy sharing newbie type information. So a lot of things to consider when you're targeting your audience, but you do want to try to cater to an audience, and you'll find over time who that might be. And next up, what is in her content? Well, she focuses a lot on giving value. What does that actually mean? Well, as we talked about earlier, value is just what people are searching for and what they want answers to. So you can start to do some research on even Google search. One of the easiest things you can do right now to start doing some market research is look for something like how to play and then type in guitar. In this case, if you wanted to teach guitar, you could type that in and see what other words come up. And you see something like this, how to play guitar with small hands. I mean, there you go. There's some niche down content. But this is stuff that actually people are looking for. And then you'll start to see things you need to clarify. Like one of them is how to play Guitar Hero on PC, which is totally different than learning how to play an actual guitar. So a quick way to add value, start thinking of questions that people might be typing in and then look at the recommended types of content that pops up right there on a Google search. All right. So when it comes to value, think about what your audience wants, what they're looking for. Sometimes doing a Google search like that to see what people are looking for can give you maybe not just one video, but a series of videos that you could go even niche down further or do a step by step instructional guide. So it looks like she has different playlists here for beginners, guitar chords, guitar lessons, finger dexterity. She has a playlist here of top videos. So making it easy for people to find the most popular ones. And it's pretty impressive. Her top videos have like over 1 million views. But we can also see that her thumbnail style has changed over time. But overall, it's a similar look with like an image of her playing guitar, which is that key thing. If you can put a picture of the thing that you're showing them on the thumbnail, don't overcomplicate it. That's a quick win. And then a few words on the thumbnail, really big and bold to help it jump out in their feed. And again, looking through her top videos, they're all about 5 to 15 minutes long. And what's really cool about this is getting like the first few videos done is the hardest part. But once you have a system down, you can pretty much just grab a topic and then put a video together pretty quickly. And instead of having to do like one video every week, actually, you could batch this and do several in one sitting, knock them out, and then have the content done for the entire month. Now, next up, another strategy here is using call to actions in the videos and the text. So what's really important here is not just getting their attention, but also moving them over to her offers. And one of the most important things when it comes to marketing is getting them to follow you on social media so you can show up in front of them again, but also getting them on your email list so you can get back in front of them without having to spend a lot of money. So by having call to actions in your content to move them over to your freebies, that's going to be a really powerful way to improve your marketing and your ability to get back in front of your audience who's very interested. So she has a freebie on her site here that will be the name and email opt-in. And that's really important to do this in all of your videos because it's a lot of effort to get that initial view. So you got to really hook them in at the beginning, provide some value, and let them know that you have more to offer and that they should take action. Because if they watch that one video and bounce, you may have lost a potential customer. But if you get them to actually go do something right away, you can get them on your email list and then send out emails when you upload new videos. So to wrap up the marketing strategy, Lauren's marketing success comes from consistently delivering valuable, targeted content to a specific audience. This approach has created a steady stream of potential students primed for her paid offerings. All right, next up, we have the messaging strategy. And this is where you start to take that potential customer and build trust as quickly as possible and also showcase the value of what you are offering. And for Lauren, her ability to convert viewers into paying students is obviously crucial for her success financially. And here's how she crafts her message to do that. So, number one, very relatable in her teaching style. It's not over the top, hypey, or performative. It's just really like you're hanging out with her. And I think her background in being an actual teacher and doing this one on one with people gave her that natural feel. So you feel really comfortable watching her videos and she's able to connect with you very quickly. So when it comes to professional content and showing your expertise, it's not about being crazy, hypey, and over the top performative and entertaining. It's about connecting with that person around the struggles, pain points, concerns that they may have, addressing those, and then providing solutions to those problems. And next up is the age specific approach. So she's building that connection much faster because she is niched down and she can talk to those pain points directly to that audience. So having clarity of who she's talking to and who this is for, she can now speak more to their pain points and connect versus being like very broad, being able to connect with those people where they're at. And again, you can do this where they're at in their journey or their age, whatever aspects you want to focus on, it doesn't really matter as long as you are speaking to the most important pain points that they have. Now let's get into the good stuff, which is articulating your value proposition. And if we look at Lauren's website, we can see here right away some clear value being promised at the top of the page. So the words that you use in your messaging ripple throughout your entire customer journey, all the way from that first initial touch point where they see your content for the first time through the sales journey into your paid programs. So right here, guitar learning made simple and fun. And then a promise here to show you how quickly I can help you play guitar. I'm offering a free crash course to help you play real songs in 14 days. Get your free course. Lots of value there. And she's very clear with the promise. And then she's kind of challenging you, like, I'm going to back it up right now by showing you how fast I can teach you. So grab this free course and you're going to play real songs in X amount of days, right? 14 days. So when you're thinking about a freebie to move your viewers into an email list, this is a really good example because you have real instant value here, a time frame, and she's packaged this into a course, which is higher perceived value than like a PDF download or even just a webinar. This is a step-by-step instructional guide that they're going to see will take about 14 days to complete. So again, high perceived value here, a really strong promise, and a clear expectation of how long it will take. Now, as we scroll down the page, right here, more credibility. So we've got logos where she's been highlighted in. We have testimonials here of people who've had success. And it's also important to note that the people in the testimonials fit that age range that she's been focusing on. So make sure your testimonials match the type of people you're trying to reach in your content and that who you're trying to speak to. You want testimonials who look, feel, sound, or are relatable to that ideal customer. Scrolling down, we have some lessons and songs. And if we click on these, it's interesting. Each of these goes into a mini sales page here. So there's free value without any kind of opt-in. You get some good, helpful tips here to show you some of these songs. So it's kind of like a blog here. And if we click on these, it goes into a sales funnel. So she's giving away some content for free on her site that's also more like SEO blog kind of content stuff. Again, it's similar to the YouTube strategy. What kind of stuff would people be searching for? Well, it looks like she has different songs here that she's laid out the guitar chords for those songs, which can then bring people into her sales funnel that way as well. But we see the same strategy here, leading with value. What are people searching for? Photo of you doing the thing, clear call to action. It's the same kind of process. You don't really have to reinvent the wheel here in all of your different offers because we have very similar message. Play your favorite songs, have fun playing your songs. It's easy, fast, without mastering music theory, spending thousands. So a lot of the fears that they may have, it's really the same messaging throughout everything. And again, those same logos. We have the money back guarantee. We have testimonials, people in that age range. Again, bringing up the same problems that you're probably addressing in your YouTube videos, put them on the sales page, repeat yourself over and over and over. And now on her sales page, you see here, she's also addressing the false beliefs keeping you from enjoying guitar. And when we open these up, we're breaking them down. So really good job of speaking to that ideal customer. And next up, multi-channel nurturing. So as I mentioned before, she's not just, YouTube alone is great. You can get in front of people, but does that actually convert? Well, some of them do. She can have a call to action to buy a course from her YouTube content. But as we mentioned, getting them on your email list, they may not be ready to buy now, but maybe a year from now, they're ready to go. So by having that communication channel, multiple ways, YouTube, email, and then even other social channels, you have a better chance of having your message get in front of them when they're ready to buy. And for her, this website, you can see obviously there's many sales pages and different sales funnels all kind of looped together. This takes years to develop. So I don't think you need to start here to have some income. And even a few months back when I initially listened to this interview with her and took a look at her pages, her website wasn't nearly this advanced. It was much simpler. And I know that Your website, like anything else, is going to take many revisions to get to a point where you have multiple sales funnels and complicated things going on. But if we look at the really simple stuff that she has, this page here is like her main freebie that she's sending a lot of people to. So that's a good place to start. If you're building out your website, you want to start getting an audience and get them on your email list. Get one offer together that has a clear value proposition. Again, 14 days, you're going to learn to play songs, and it's a crash course, so it's higher perceived value. And if you do want to sell online training, coaching courses, giving them a taste of that, like if you're going to sell a high ticket experience where they're learning from you, it's better to have that be the freebie as well. It should kind of feel the same. So going from YouTube, which is video content, to a free course, which is video content, into paid courses and memberships, which is video content, really is a good strategy. And a lot of people try to cheap out here and create PDF downloads or checklists. Those are okay, but they're not going to convert. If you can get them to show up, commit to a 14-day course, and start watching videos of you and learning from you, that's the container that you can then pitch them your course and let them know, hey, if you're enjoying this, we have so much more inside my main course. Here's where to go to get that now. All right, next up, we have authentic enthusiasm. Obviously, you have to be passionate about what you're teaching and doing, and that will create an emotional connection with your potential students. So you can do all the right things. You can show up consistently. You can create the perfect content, SEO. But if you sound robotic or if you're not connecting and resonating with your customer, then it may not do anything for you, right? So a lot of people are trying to take shortcuts these days with AI voiceovers and things. And while, yes, it will produce content, we have yet to see that perform very well as far as building a relationship with your ideal customer and converting them. Maybe in the future, it will do it even better than we can. But for now, actually showing up and connecting through your energy and enthusiasm and showcasing your expertise is still the best way to get it done. Now, before we go into the marketing strategy, I want to look closer at the messaging because I like to really deconstruct what's going on the site. And if we go through this process, I opted in for you, and I want to show you on the next page. There is, well, actually, first, let's take a look at this opt in page, this registration page, because there is quite a lot of content on this page, more than I've seen on most people's. Usually, when you have an opt in page, it's really simple. It's like a few bullet points, what you're going to get, and then the name, email, opt in. But we can see here, she's actually put in a lot of information, personalized message here, talking about why she's so excited to share this with you. What we have here is what you're going to discover on the inside. Again, this is a freebie. So a lot of really valuable stuff here in this freebie and a whole list of like 7 bullet points. Again, not very common to do this much, like have this much information on a freebie landing page. We have more testimonials here written out of the photo of the testimonial person, their quote here, and their name. We have 3 of those listed out on the page. So a lot of information here. But again, it really does connect. It's not just her saying stuff, showing the actual students who are having success on the page right there is powerful. And then we have a traditional line here. By the end of this free crash course, you'll feel more confident in your ability to play the guitar and even play some songs. So we have a strong promise here, and it's really about how they're going to feel and what they're going to be able to do by the end of this free course. And now she's even doing some price anchoring. Normally, a 14-day crash course in guitar would cost somewhere between $20 and $50 or more. Can't wait to see on the inside and help you have a great time learning guitar at your own pace. Start Lauren's free online guitar crash course. All right, very clear, powerful messaging. Then a last one here. Life is full of possibilities. Are you ready to achieve your dream of playing the guitar? So again, painting the picture of the potential outcome, addressing some of the fears or doubts. And that's a lot of copy to put on a free landing page. But if she is driving all of her traffic here, she needs this to convert. I only see one name in an email box up here at the top. So not even a second one. There is a button down here, which opens up to another page that just has that same email box here. So that's the opt-in page. When you do opt in, you get it to a thank you page that says like, I'm excited for you to experience the crash course. But then on this page, we have that classic, before you go, let me ask you. So this is a little mini sales funnel here. They just got on the email list. She can send them the course now via email, but she's using this space to make a pitch. And she's breaking down all of the offer on this page. And this is a pretty sweet deal, half off. Normally 147, now it is 73.50. Yes, I want the course for half off. So she's put together this digital product as the first revenue stream potential right here in her sales funnel. And as I scroll down the page more, there's lots of good visuals, lots of sales copy, another just deeper dive breakdown of what's going to be included in this course, part one, part two, part three, with a good description within each one and visuals of what they're going to see on the inside. And it looks like it is 32 video lessons for that one price of $73.50. Now I scroll down, we got a video testimonial here, more pictures of the ideal customer, and then we have a money back guarantee. So when it comes to messaging, these are the kind of things I know it can feel like a lot all at once, but if you break it down, it's just a few core things. You're just being really clear with your communication, who you're talking to, what they're going to get, what the value is, the benefit, and then also overcoming fears, doubts, and objections. And now the next page, if they do click to buy, it's just a basic checkout page here with a quick recap of what they're getting and a short list of what's included. And then there's even another mini upsell here for an extra $19. And so that looks like the main sales funnel for Lauren, moving them from watching on YouTube, getting on the email list, and then buying a product. And if we look around at the rest of her site, she is linking directly to other sales pages and different courses. So it's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of different courses and products going on here, maybe things that she launched over time. You would definitely not start with this all at once. And these sales pages, usually you would do these building up maybe every quarter. You're like, okay, I want to do a big promotion this quarter. So a lot of brand builders will try things like, okay, this quarter I'm going to try putting together a big bundle, maybe at a 297 price point. And so you'll create this whole sales page, kind of just reworking content that you've already created in the past and try to package them up differently to see what works better in your sales funnels and for your audience. But one thing I did like on her site was when you go to the courses page, this I think was a little bit more clear as we browse the entire library of content on her site. We see all of these paid offers, different courses and programs. But down at the bottom, it was a little bit like refreshing to be like, oh, I can just get all of them for 50% off. So she can do these seasonal promotions where it's just the entire thing is on sale and I don't have to sit here and kind of pick and choose what I want. And now she can stack the value of all these different offers that she has, put them together into one big bundle. And she's even using her community as part of that bundle. You get 12-month access to that. And now she could stack up the price to a total of $1,742. And you can get all of it right now for $797. That's where a lot of people will go over time is when you start to create all these different solutions, you can call it whatever you want. A course is just a solution to a problem. Anything that you create that's of value that's solving a problem can be added in here, whether it's templates, tools, resources, printables, even software products, membership communities, anything you're doing to help solve a problem for your audience, those become valuable assets on their own. So everything you create becomes an asset, and then eventually you find better ways to package those up and sell them. And I see a lot of people over time end up somewhere around here where they have so much value to give, and then you can really put it all together into one premium package. And she calls it the platinum package bundle with a little graphic of each of those products that's in there. And then you can even throw in other things as bonuses. So I thought this was, to me, the most effective sales messaging when it comes to like, I just want everything. I don't want to sit here and like nickel and dime and buy one course, but not have the other course. If I can just get it all in one go, and then she has a pay in full or the 3-month payment plan. And then the final thing I wanted to share when it comes to like messaging and moving people to buy is, how are you presenting these different offers? How are you solving problems for them? We are in the like monetization world here, like how to package up and sell your stuff. But this is the membership sales page. She does offer a membership as well, which really just offers live sessions, Q&A, and she prices that at around 29 bucks a month. But the point is when it comes to messaging, whatever you're selling, you're really doing the same thing on every single page, whether it's your freebie, your homepage, your sales pages for all of your products. You're going to notice a trend here of having a clear promise, clear explanation of what's included, what the price is, like what the offer is, what people are saying, testimonials that people can relate to, FAQs. And then the other elements that I mentioned are a lot more of the story behind it, overcoming objections, addressing their fears and concerns, reducing the risk by offering refund options. So you're kind of doing the same thing and you can rework a lot of the same testimonials, images that you're putting on the pages. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every sales page. It's a lot of the same assets just being laid out for different offers. So hopefully that'll alleviate some of the fear when you see how many pages you have to build. And again, you don't need this many. You could really start with just one at a time. And eventually you may find yourself in a position where you can bundle things up or package it differently. And so ultimately, by truly understanding her audience and speaking directly to their needs, Lauren creates a compelling case for investing in her courses. And that's probably the most important thing here, just showing her credibility through the photos, through the videos, showing how much she's done. You really start to look at this and say, wow, she is legit. And she definitely helps people like me. And I could see myself having success. And that's really the whole point. Can they see themselves having success when they buy? All right. Next up, we have a monetization strategy. And when it comes to monetizing within your brand building journey, it's all about finding better ways to make money. Because sure, you can go sell your time for money right now. And Lauren probably started off, and I'm pretty sure she did, doing like one-to-one guitar training. And that's great to begin with. You learn a lot by helping people one-to-one, but that's not going to scale and you're really limited in your impact there. So when it comes to monetization, you really have to figure out how can I scale my income and make money in a better way? And there's not just one answer. Obviously, this takes some trial and error. You have to find what works best for you. And you can look at Lauren's example right now, the types of products and programs that she's made. Which of those are more appealing to you? She's offering two of the classic income streams here, which is course creation, taking a step by step process and package it up and sell it. And then the membership model, which means you sell access to a community plus some resources plus those live sessions. So you can actually start right now with nothing and just sell access to your time, but do that more at scale. So quick win could be, hey, instead of doing one-to-one teaching, let me offer a membership where you can come do these live group sessions and I'll teach you there. We can all kind of do it together. And then through that, you can get better at teaching at scale to audience and have them do it on their own via video calls and then get recordings that you could package into courses. So Lauren has built a business that not only generates impressive revenue, but also provides lifestyle freedom. So here's how she monetized her expertise. Number one, tiered course offerings. She has multiple courses at different price points, allowing students to choose the investment level that's right for them. Number two, she has her main flagship course. And this was again a year ago. It could have changed by now. As of today, looking through her site, we saw many different price points. But at the time of the recording of the interview, her primary offering was the 7-level guitar system, and that was priced at around $297. So that $300 and under is kind of the sweet spot that I see a lot with people who have a large audience. And you're trying to find the sweet spot of revenue and sales conversions. There's a lot of science on that. So if you're not sure, you could think about doing like a 297 or less price point. But to be honest, if you don't have a huge audience yet, that may not matter as much. And you may want to go higher tier price because you don't have to convert as many people to get the cash flow that you need. So when you're doing something at like a 297 price point, you do need to have quite a big audience to make that really worthwhile. So I'd recommend if you don't have tens of thousands of people yet, try somewhere around the 1,000 to 1,500 price range or even somewhere around that 797 and add more value to it. So you're more excited to go out and try to find those ideal customers. And even if you had some one-to-one component to that, at least you're getting 1,000, 2,000 bucks a pop. And just by selling 10 or 15 of those a month, it's going to be a lot more exciting to you. Even just a few extra a month could be a good starting point. And that can help you develop your curriculum and develop better case studies that you can put on your sites and package up into lower tier offerings. And so with Lauren, her journey of creating all these products was really based on the feedback of her students, where they would go through one of her courses and they'd say, hey, I'd love a course on this, or could you continue and do a deeper dive into that topic? And so what happened for her, she didn't just sit down one day and make all these courses. She actually created one course, sold it, got students to buy in. She got paid to create that course. And she did such a good job that they wanted more from her. So then she pre-sold other courses. And over time, she built out that library of products that she could sell and package up. But the key there is to only do it if it's actually something that people want and ideally that you're getting paid to build. So next up, you can bundle those products. As you saw, a few different examples of that. She's bundling her offers and creating packages at different price points. And we saw a range in her sales funnel from $73 to $297 up to $797, and even that low end $29 a month. And on that note, the recurring monthly revenue is awesome. So doing that 29 a month community membership can create a much more consistent and reliable income stream, because course sales can fluctuate from month to month and are often reliant on doing big launches and complicated promotions. But getting people in at a lower monthly membership can create a lot more stability in your business and a lot more peace of mind. Now, another revenue stream that she's built that's more behind the scenes is strategic affiliate partnerships. And Lauren carefully selects affiliate relationships with guitar related products that genuinely benefit her students. And this is one of my favorite income streams. As you build an audience, you have to remember that only a small percentage of your audience are going to buy your courses and products and programs. So, a great way to add another income stream is to recommend other complementary products and programs that may be more appealing or needed by your larger audience. And so, the obvious win here for Lauren is just to look around and say, what are my favorite products that I use that have helped me, in this case, get better at playing guitar? So, it could be all the different types of products, whatever she's using to play guitar better, she can recommend those and partner up with those companies. Now, what you'll find when you start to grow your audience, in her case, she had people coming to her wanting her to promote stuff, but she's very selective and picky. And I really recommend not just blasting out any affiliate link that you get your hands on, but really being picky about what you're promoting and sharing, because you lose credibility really quick if you're promoting crappy products. And now the highest tier is the next income stream for her, which is one-to-one offerings. While her business is primarily course based, Lauren does some high ticket coaching or workshops to serve students who want more personalized attention. That's always available to you. You can always add more income streams through that time for money option. What's really cool is as you grow your audience and have people buying your programs, it's both easier to sell the high ticket one to one or small group programs or events, and you can actually charge more because there's more demand. And let's be real, you don't need the money. So it has to be worth your while for you to take that time away from all your other income streams and offer something more private. And next up, to make all the money flow, she's using an all-in-one platform. I believe she's using Kajabi. Looks like she even had some ClickFunnels in there. For myself, I use a platform called Podia. You can check it out at trypodia.com. But whatever platform you're using, there's a bunch out there like Teachable, Thinkific, and almost every website builder nowadays is allowing you to plug in digital products and programs into your site. So it's easier now than ever to add products and offerings on your website. But I'd really recommend finding the simplest, easiest platform to use that solves the use cases that you need, and just stick with it and try not to do the whole shiny object thing, because literally every month there's a new feature, platform, software product coming out that can distract you and take you down a rabbit hole. And for myself, I've been using Podia for 5 years now. And even though I know there's other platforms that may have better features or do this other thing better, I actually really like just having a simple all-in-one platform. Makes my life easier. And I've also helped many clients move away from some of the more advanced platforms into something simpler like Podia, and they actually make more money and have fun running their business. So find what works best for you. Keep your platform simple, your tech as simple as possible. And even for someone like Lauren, where she has hundreds of thousands of followers and leads coming in, you don't really need anything too crazy. And since the technology is pretty much the same on any platform, it really comes down to your ability to connect with your audience, to build that relationship, and to show up in a meaningful way and solve their problems. And in today's world, that's really where the value is. And people don't care as much about the tech because they're all pretty much figured out how to make an easy onboarding experience and keep it simple for your paying customers. So whatever platform you're using, it should just work nowadays. And that'll give you more time and energy to spend on the stuff that really matters in today's online world. And that's exactly what Lauren has done. She's reinvested in her products and programs. As her business has grown, she's invested in better production quality, further enhancing the perceived value of her courses. So one of the worst things you can do is try to start off like the top person in your industry. Just know that it takes some time to get to that level of performance and production value. What you can do instead is just try to work on the message and really solving problems for your audience and figuring out what those fears, doubts, pain points are, and how can you show up and be the solution that they've been looking for. And so wrapping up the monetization strategy, we can see here that Lauren has built multiple offers at different price points, all the way from $29 a month to the $73 course to $297 course bundle up to a $797 platinum bundle. All right, so let's move into a summary of this case study. And this is how Lauren Bateman built a six-figure guitar course empire. She transformed her passion for teaching guitar into a thriving online course business by one, focusing on a certain age range. In her case, it was older learners age 50 and up as her target audience. She built a YouTube channel with upwards of 300,000. Now it's at like 430,000 subscribers. So it's continually growing. And what I love about YouTube is those videos keep performing for you, and why I'm investing a lot in YouTube going forward. I would highly recommend it. That content lives on and continues to bring you leads and followers. And it's a little bit less of a hamster wheel than like doing reels and stories, because on YouTube, you can do as little as one video a week and see some huge growth over time. She created a suite of guitar courses at various price points. She launched a paid community membership. She used Kajabi as her all-in-one course platform. She scaled her revenue to over $50,000 a month. And she also had her first six-figure month by doing I believe it was a Black Friday launch. And most importantly, she was able to transition from in-person lessons to a fully online business model. So let's wrap it up today with our brand builder shortcut. The key today is to niche down to scale up. And the biggest lesson from Lauren's success is the power of niching down. By focusing specifically on older guitar learners, Lauren was able to create highly targeted content, messaging, and products that deeply resonated with her audience. This laser focus allowed her to stand out in a crowded market and build a loyal following that eagerly invested in her paid offerings. And so the action step for you is to identify a specific sub niche within your broader market. So you have to ask yourself, who is the exact person that you want to serve? And what unique challenges or desires do they have? And what I always tell my clients is the easiest way to do that is just look at who you've already helped and who you most enjoyed working with and who got the most value from working with you. And if you haven't figured that out yet, that's your goal right now in the next 1 to 3 months, is go help people solve problems and figure out what really resonates and connects, and who are the people that are really start raving about you. You need to find people who rave about what you're doing. And it may surprise you. A lot of people find that it's not what they expected, and your ideal customer may be something different than you think right now. But as long as it feels good for you to help them and they're finding great value from what you're sharing, then it's up to you to start to refine your message and focus in on helping those people more, but also more importantly, making sure it's obvious who you help by getting photos of you helping those people, putting those photos on your website and in your marketing materials, capturing those testimonials and the results that they're getting, and featuring them on your marketing pages. And once you start to do this, you can create content or products that are specifically for that niche audience and start to see how it resonates. And you may be surprised at how quickly you can gain traction by speaking directly to a more focused group. All right, so that's it for this episode of Brand Builder Shortcuts. I hope Lauren's story has inspired you to niche down and scale up your own business. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe and share with a friend who's building their own online business. And don't forget to check out designhacker.com for more episodes and resources to help you build a business that gives you much more freedom and helps you have a lot more fun doing the work that you love.